Hello everybody, this is Marjorie. Look at me today, a little pudsey bear for children in need. Well, quite appropriate, because today is my Children in Need special. And I'm doing a tribute to Sir Terry Wogan. Oh, remember Terry Wogan who used to do Children in Need with Tess Weekly? Remember? She's on Strictly now with Claudia Winklebottom. So I'm doing a wee tribute to Sir Terry Wogan because see, when he used to read out the Janet and John stories in the morning, I'd be driving in my work and I'd have the radio on. I'd be absolutely howling. I'd sometimes have to stop and, pee in a bucket, or the extra petrol tank, and then of course you forget you filled it up and you're trying to run your motor and. So anyway, today is a lovely wee story and it's called John Goes to the Baker's Shop. Now I've got my wee book in front of me, so I'm going to read. I'm going to read the story to you today as a wee tribute to Sir Terry Wogan. And it's called, like I said, John Goes to the Baker's Shop. Right, ready? Here we go. Right, let's start. Right. Today, John is going to the baker's shop to get some cakes. Do you like cakes? John does. John puts on his bright orange dungarees with orange sequins on the front and a blue lurex and a white silk scarf. John is a fop. Not sure what a fop is. Anyway, we'll carry on. Janet says, "Don't forget to pick up some bread for afternoon tea. I'm going to be putting down the new hall carpet, so take your time." See John skipping down the road. When John arrives at the bakery, there is no one at the counter. John rings the little bell. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. I didn't have the sound effects because I'm not the BBC, so I'm just doing the ding-a-ling-a-ling. Mrs. Parnaby, the baker's wife, comes through the door. "Sorry to keep you waiting, John," says Mrs. Parnaby. "I'm all of a tether because the baker is off sick and I've got a lot of baking to do this morning. I'm making some rolls for the party at the Labour Club and I'm not sure they'll be ready." "Can I help you with the baking?" says John. "Kind John." Mrs. Parnaby says, "Oh, that would be brilliant. Pop on this apron and we'll get started." John puts on the apron. See John get the dough from the big bowl and cut it into pieces and roll them around the table. "I see you've done this before, John. You've got nice strong hands," says Mrs. Parnaby. See John blush. When John has made a big batch of rolls, Mrs. Parnaby puts them in the oven. Then John helps Mrs. Parnaby to make some panini. "My husband can't make them properly," says Mrs. Parnaby. "They look more like pancakes when he does them." Soon the first rolls are ready. Mrs. Parnaby butters one of the rolls, puts a slice of ham into it and gives it to John to eat. See the butter running down John's beard. I don't know what age John is, he's got a beard. I thought John was away. Anyway, carry on. John hears the door shop open. It's Mrs. Bone. Mrs. Bone has come to collect the rolls for the party. Mrs. Parnaby is still taking the rolls out the oven, so John goes to serve. This is where the story really gets going. By the way, this is a cracker. "Hello, John," says Mrs. Bone. "I didn't know you worked here." "I'm just helping out," says John. "What would you like?" Mrs. Bone says, "I'll have a couple of those bloomer loaves and the pips I ordered yesterday." John says, "The pips are nearly ready. If you come through, I'll put them in the box for you. Leave the loaves there and we'll pick them up on the way back." "Thank you," says Mrs. Bone. "Those panini look very nice." "Yes," says John. "I made them earlier." Post myself there. Soon it is time for John to go home. Mrs. Parnaby gives John 2 big loaves, some crumpets and some cream cakes to thank him for all his help. "Goodbye, Mrs. Parnaby," says John. You were away a long time, says Janet. Ah, yes, says John. Mrs. Parnaby at the baker's was telling me that she needed a man with strong hands to help her out. I was having a row with her in the kitchen when Mrs. Bone came in. I hadn't even time to wash the flour of my hands. Mrs. Bone was admiring my panini under the counter. Mrs. Parnaby says her husband has trouble getting his to rise properly. Then Mrs. Bone saw Mrs. Parnaby's flowery baps and asked if I could have some too. So I told her to pop around the back and leave her bloomers on the counter. I love that Janet entering. Actually, I could go a wee bloomer. Senga, is there any of these scones left? No.